Hey, welcome back. I am ready to start exploring the eastern side of the Shadowlands, which means I'm going to cross one of these three bridges. I'm thinking I want to head straight for Moonrise Towers first, because that's where people are being kept. So I want to at least poke my nose in there and see what's going on. Unfortunately, there's not really a waypoint nearby. So that's going to be a lot of walking to get there. I think I'll cross this bridge right here. So I will rejoin you once I reach there. Okay, real quick while I'm on the way. When I was here for the last video, I made a successful perception check, but I couldn't figure out what it was. While editing the video, I was able to see that it was this brick right here, this movable brick. So what's in here? A Potter's chest key. I bet that goes to that chest right over there. Alright, I'll rejoin you at the bridge. Alright, I am here at the bridge that is closest to Moonrise Towers, and I am about to try to do my best to sneak my way in, as it were. So I'll leave the party behind for now.
Mustn't let anyone see. Need to press onward.
Oh, chest right over here.
Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shar and Ketheric Thorm.
Somebody's there. Let me get these real quick and bring my party in, and then I will rejoin you. This skeleton has a Sharan's Spalm on it. Mistress Shar spread putrid flesh across the table before me. Eat of my bounty, she urged. She pressed her bitter mouth to my ear, and her clawed hand to my loin. Take your pleasure, she whispered. Her tongue dripped poison into my mouth. Be quenched, she cried. The harper's near victory, our fates are writ. Dark goddess, we partake as you charged. On this great beast's flesh let us feast. Our loins and lips let us ravish. Of this poison let us drink. If darkness we must know, let us be gorged as it takes us. Okay, so Zealot Krizit here is not outwardly hostile to us, and after reviewing the journal notes, the word infiltrate is used kind of a lot. So I believe we are meant to act as if we belong here.
Got to press on.
So I am simply going to approach the guard.
I can feel it. The absolute. Its power is strong here. You! Halt!
Her thoughts invade your own, hunting for recognition. Your parasite offers it readily.
True soul. A pleasure. What news from the field?
No deception option. Little to report. I won't give her much of anything at all. What news inside?
General Ketheric's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back. Zarel's in the audience chamber, true soul. Go right ahead.
That's what I call an invitation. Let's find Zarel and get this caravan moving.
In her name.
Praise the absolute.
We were granted entry into Moonrise Towers. Let's see if everybody can make this leap. Ah, we can. Although this stuff is marked as owned, at least for now. Meanwhile,
I ought to speak.
Feel free to haul a few boxes. We need all the hands we can get.
I notice this person is on a patrol. The guard that we talked to seems to be gone, and this person is patrolling alone. So let's set up an ambush for them. They'll pass by. Nobody else in sight. Excellent. Okay, we are now hidden. She is isolated. Nobody's going to raise an eyebrow at us just throwing a potion of healing at ourselves. So let's have him move over this way so that when she turns around, maybe she doesn't see the others. This seems good.
You were witnessed
Oh.
assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
Attack. Oh, there are more around. Where are the others? There's somebody.
Let's go.
Oh, Will is not seen yet. Which means a good opportunity for that.
Ready for another round? Want to do it?
So everybody else is far away. Perhaps we have an opportunity to escape combat here.
Let's turn someone inside out.
Attention! Shadows don't suit me.
Okay, we're all hidden. We're not in combat.
Afford to fail. Best step softly.
Let's see what effect this has had on the attitude of the person over here. Adept Bell and Acolyte Maris are not hostile.
I'll see what I can learn.
Enjoy the view. This feels like it's...
Look busy or they'll set you lifting too. Whatever's inside's heavy.
I'm afraid you missed the ship, Trousseau. but there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo.
What cargo?
Nothing of note, just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I don't really want to rely on the illithid wisdom if I don't have to, and certainly not for something that seems relatively trivial. I will try. They would probably... Actually, my intimidation is a little bit better, and they would probably expect that from a true soul. Your job is to guard. Leave the details to me, yes?
Right you are, I suppose. Check away.
Oh, now I can actually... This one is not considered claimed. I will open. Oh, well, I can take it, I suppose. Oh, there's more. It looks like it only unlocked a few particular crates here, and then I can inspect this.
A wave of sick familiarity radiates from one barrel amidst the cargo. Tadpoles, sleeping and scarcely aware, but echoing yours 100-fold.
It feels like it would be a mistake to reach out to the tadpoles. Examine the seal. It looks familiar to you.
The winged serpent of the Zentarim. It seems their pursuit of profit extends even here.
Yeah, I think it's too risky to reach out to the tadpoles with my intellect.
Stand clear of the cargo. Respectfully, true soul.
What's so important about these boxes?
They're not to be opened until they reach the city. The Absolute smiles on them that follow orders. And I don't plan on being a guard for long, true soul.
You definitely have the attitude of a true soul, at least.
Thank you.
This way.
Not really a lot of isolation here. Starting a fight here would trigger probably quite a lot of people, which isn't necessarily mean I won't do it. It just means I'm going to try to make sure it's done well.
Go on then, budge.
A cat hole, huh? Okay, I've managed to hide hide while not in turn-based mode, and then get turn-based mode while this person is at pretty much the edge of their patrol. So,
Just like old times.
more assassination. I don't think I want to knock them off the ledge, though. How about an arrow of arcane interference to silence them?
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
Attack. And then who is this person here? Ah, Will is just outside the cone, huh? And it was far enough away that the person didn't really get to go. I think I'll call it a success. I'll deal with looting after I have finished with all of the assassinations that I can. As far as I can tell, these are the only two that are remaining outside. So I think the most important thing is to make sure that they don't run and get help. Okay. So let's have Astarion come this way. And let's just use a fire arrow.
Excuse you.
Oh, that killed him outright. Oh, they noticed.
There's been a murder, and it looks like you're a suspect.
It was me. I'm the killer.
Your confession is unexpected, but changes nothing. You're about to be locked up.
Attack. Alright.
I've missed this.
Oh, I'm threatened right now. Okay, so let's have Karlach. Let's have Karlach push him away, I guess. First. Yeah.
Shall we cut and run? Don't linger. Time for a new approach.
Gods, it's hot in here. Good idea, Karlach.
Okay, with everybody that I know of outside dead, it is time to loot everything that's out here. I will rejoin you. Alright, this Zentrum shipping crate I've noticed is weak to fire, so I think I just want to destroy it. Can I burn that? Yes, I can.
A parasite. Take it. It might be useful.
And actually, I do have that resulted in 3 parasites, which Astarion does still want to use them. So, let's see what we can give him now. I think it's time for Astarion to pick up Call of the Week. And why not have Psionic Backlash? And this Shield of Thralls could be helpful, you know, just being able to give yourself temporary hit points, so on the way there I may as well get Transfuse Health. I think we are good for now. So, I've cleared out this little area, and I haven't forgotten that my mission here is infiltration, but I also haven't forgotten that they are my enemies. And the important thing is I was able to kill these ones without leaving witnesses. However, I do notice that the main entrance is over here. I seem to have come in from the side. So before I go inside, I would like to sort of clear the circumference if I can. So let's go back this way.
That's curious.
Unseen. Perfect. Better tread carefully. Worth a rummage?
I see that the waning moon is right there, and that is the place of interest, but we are currently headed towards Moonrise Towers. We can get this stuff later. And we have more guards. Let us approach them,
Must keep going.
quote unquote, openly.
Let's see what's to be said.
That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
Ah, one blessed like myself. What news, true soul?
Hey, I do have a rogue option right now. I've hidden some fetid places in my time, but the land around here really takes the cake.
What need have you of hiding, friend? You need not skulk like a vagrant. This land belongs to us.
You'll find Zarel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
That's what I call an invitation. Let's find Zarel and get this caravan moving.
In her name.
Praise the absolute.
Alright, let's check around the outside, though. Certainly the ghouls, well, they probably won't bother me, but I want to see if they say anything.
We are favored. We are blessed.
Oh, that's grotesque. Don't stare. You'll only encourage it.
The blessed will conquer all.
Let's see what we have.
Oh. There is something over there. Like a secret way in or something. If I were doing purely stealth, that might be necessary. See what's over on this side.
Wicked brother.
Roots. So, various ways in. Oh, wait a minute. Where are we going? Wait a minute. Stop that, stop that, stop that. Can I jump over here? There, yeah. Okay, so there's a door here. Where do these roots go, I wonder? Oh, stop, stop. Yeah, we don't want to deal with them quite yet.
Let's see.
Let's send just Shadowheart up.
Calm and quiet, that's the way. What's theirs shall be mine.
Huh. Wait. Oh, can I... For 2 hit points, I'll check it out.
Keep low and quiet.
Target too far. Let's have Will come help out.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Still hiding, right? Yeah.
Need to tread softly.
Interesting. Another way in. Okay. Oh, there's a charred prayer book? Charred prayer book. My dark goddess, when I lost my daughter I learned my purpose. My dark goddess, when I learned my purpose I gathered the flock. My dark goddess, when the flock was full I punished the wicked. My dark goddess, when the wicked struggled I struck them down. My dark goddess, I am yours. Okay. So, I think I will want a potion of Featherfall or 2 for this, though, to get back down. And for Will, we're doing pretty well on resources. I think he can spare a 2nd level to preserve a potion.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Now, the question is, do I want to assault these guards right outside? Let's check what's just inside before we make that decision.
We'll give it a try.
There's a scrying eye.
There can be no doubt. This is the place.
This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
Okay, so the side guards are one thing, but let's not mess with the main guards just yet. Let's pretend we belong here.
No harm in a little conversation.
Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
Bunch of the others were rounded up in the main hall a while ago. They ain't come back.
Heard a rumour some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the general doesn't smoke 'em out. Be a bloodbath, so it would.
Huh.
Worth grabbing.
Wouldn't head into the main hall if I were you. Zerel and Keferic are working on some poor worm.
Okay, I'm gonna stop petty looting for now. I just want to get information. Well, looting can lead to information, so maybe. Oh, well, this stuff is all owned, but let's see.
Another true soul.
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlak, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
What did this person want with Karlak?
She came dressed as a novice. Gave me 3 soul coins. Said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for your friend, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? This could come in handy.
Let's have the soul coins then.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. You want the coins or not?
I wish I could leave this up to Karlak, but fine, get on with it then.
First coin's got the soul of a woman named Maveri. She was born to a cruel mother, and a violent father, and 3 evil brothers, all named Balder. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate, struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Mavery. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
We'll put that coin to better use than Tiamat would've.
Sure you will. This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Next coin, please.
Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ungir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand.
Actually, I'd like to see what he's got.
You're one of her blessed, aren't you? To hear her voice, I cannot imagine.
The Absolute herself called us here. They cannot stop us from seeing Zorel now. Brothers. Sister.
Not all of us survived the shadows to stand here. My wife, my sons, they were unworthy.
Back of the line. I'll be the first of us to swear to the General.
Each pack of recruits they bring in is worse than the last. Can't trust them to sweep the stables, let alone swing a sword.
I thought the Absolute welcomed all believers.
Not for me to say. All I know is they're bloody useless round here.
It's not our place to question the Absolute's will.
Of course. Wouldn't dare. I'm sure she's got a plan. And only she knows what part twits like them have to play in it.
It's Roa you want. We only talk when you've misbehaved.
Where do you hail from?
And this was funny when it was just goblins branding arses, but you lot mean business, eh? Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul?
Actually, we've met. I suppose I may as well ask, are you a follower of the Absolute?
Blessed by association, let's say. I come to pay proper respect to a new power. I bow, but the Zentarim prefer to look their business partners in the eye.
Lock eyes with the Zent and gesture and thieves can't. Discount?
For another in the business? Don't see why not. We can certainly afford it. Business is booming.
These faithful folk don't ask for much. Just some cargo moved to the city. But my goodness, do they pay generously.
Smuggling. I want in.
Oh, true soul. I couldn't burden your spirit with such material concerns. But I'm always happy to trade.
Cute. Alright, let's see what you've got. Some interesting things. I'm not sure I want to spend money on them. But let's keep seeing what we can find. Who we can find to talk to here.
Hush. Meat sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Something in the walls. What is it?
Big. In walls above. Maybe. Whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. But big band. Not allowed to pet nose. You find meat. You share.
Don't mind Mig and her meat sounds. It's just her brain slopping around in her skull.
You'd find better lodgings out in the war camp, True Soul. I know we're all one under the Absolute, but you do not want to bunk with an ogre.
Huh. Ah, so here's where that leads. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and take the stuff that's not claimed.
Check for anything useful.
And let's follow... Well, let's see what's in here. Okay, this goes downstairs. We don't want to do that quite yet. But let's close this door. Because there's a blood trail leading to this door. So let's park everybody else over here.
No time to dally. Have to keep low.
And let's see what might be beyond here. Oh, a scrying eye came through. Fun.
Quiet as a mouse. Let's see what I can spirit away.
Interesting. Let's not go there quite yet. That just phased through the door. Interesting. And this goes back in here. Okay, okay. That goes into the chamber. Where does this go? Well, let's go... Oh, that goes up.
I'd better take a peek.
Alright. Let's try this door. Ah, I saw them when I accidentally opened one of those doors. This must be the kitchen. Yeah, I accidentally opened that door. And I saw these people. Give me a moment, and because I'm gonna take all this stuff. Mucus.
Let's go.
My faith will guide me.
Something's dripping from the rafters. Not sure I want to look up.
Might as well. Leave the bloody true souls to their business.
Right, I've taken everything that I can from there. Let's screw around in the kitchen. All he does is chitter, it looks like.
Worth talking to, perhaps.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now,
How can I help you?
I've never seen a tame gnoll before.
Soft and sweet as pudding, isn't he? He no longer remembers his life in the wild. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better.
You actually stood before the Absolute.
I have. It is one thing to hear her voice. Quite another to feel the power she can grant. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do?
How about a dance?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Barnabas?
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
This should be nice and subtle. Sever her control once and for all.
Like a rope drawn taut beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
No? Barnabas? Darling? No!
Another parasite. Collect it. It might.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I think I'm gonna go with intimidation again. Try it. I dare you. Oh, I do have 4 inspiration.
The beast sizes you up, then turns away to easier prey. The kitchen's rich stock of unguarded meat and a warm patch by the fire.
Nice. No strings to hold them back. Release the gnolls from their enslavement. All of this stuff is considered owned, but the gnolls are allies? Isn't that interesting? If this were not honor mode, I would steal something, I would save it and steal something right in front of them to see how they react. But as it is... Wow. Actually...
What a day. Quick step.
There is something I can do. Now the scrying eye will see in Viz, so I want to wait for that to go away. Umbral Shroud. I want to see what she's got on her. Wait, did I miss... Did my invisibility go away? Entering a brightly lit area ends the condition. Okay, I did not know that. Let's leave this behind then and come back to it. I will see what she's got on her later. Ooh, back outside.
On I go.
Do I have a speak with animals up? I do not, but there is a kitty right there and I want to talk to it.
These are the stalking grounds of Steelclaw, furless one. Tread lightly. Fortunately for you, the slithering vermin I hunt has my attention. For now.
Murder every single one you find.
I intend to. I braved lapping waters and leaking ships to find this prey. I butchered many, and will butcher many more. But this one I toy with. I slice, I tear, and when the time is right, I will bite its head off and bathe in its innards.
Good luck with the hunt, Steelclaw.
Luck is not needed. Merely patience and a thirst for blood. Hunt fast and hunt well.
Meet the tadpole hunting cat. Mutual respect. Oh, I could have just walked across, huh? There's another door over here. This is an outside area. I am going to go take all of this stuff and then I will rejoin you. Alright, heading into this door. And that just goes back into here. So now my choices are into the main chamber there, down into the cellar, or up this ladder. Let's try that. Rafters. Now here's where that mucus there, and it said something was dripping from the rafters.
That might be worth a look.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing.
Arcana? Determine what it is? I'm not very good at that, but... Ah, so close. I do have inspiration, but...
You almost catch a glimpse, but the darkness within the wall is too deep.
I'm not gonna reach in. But maybe Will have better luck. He's got Arcana.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing.
And I'll give him the guidance. Very low roll, but for him, I'll try an inspiration.
You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid.
Well, I'm definitely not going to reach in. That seems foolish.
My faith protects me.
Very interesting.
Onward in her name.
Oh, the rafters above the... Yeah, let's just get out of here.
No time to dally.
Although I suppose I could somehow use this to get behind there before talking to them. I'm not sure that's... Oh, there's some more roots. A mimic. Well, Astarion's not in combat.
Don't be shy.
Karlek is not in combat. Let's have her move out of the way a little bit so that Astarion can also move out of the way.
What a charmer.
What should I do?
Any weaknesses? No, immune to acid though. Maybe let's not use AoE type arrows because, I mean, we are in somebody's home. Let's not damage the furniture if we don't have to.
That creature was rather
And what is your dexterity like? Not very good. A decent chance.
What's the story? Go on.
Concentrate. Have to keep going.
Alright, let's start with the Starian's turn because we really want to stack up that ability drain if possible.
Can't give up.
That works. I may as well see everything that's in this room. Spine Shudder Amulet. When the wearer deals damage with a ranged spell attack, inflict 2 reverberation upon the target. Yes please. I'm gonna put that on Shadowheart immediately. Stained Letter. My darling daughter, when you were a little girl, I would often watch you play with your dolls and your cousins and picture myself an enormous opaque, a silvery shield surrounding you, protecting me. I knew somehow, deep within myself, that no harm could ever befall you, because I would not let it. Though the healers say I may pass into the city of judgment soon, know this, darling daughter, I am always around you. I am always with you. And the Moon Maiden will never allow you to bear a burden you cannot carry. I love you forever, a love that has no death, Mama.
Melodia Thorm, loving mother, beloved wife. Her light will never be forgotten.
I've looked worse. I've definitely looked better.
So, I've taken pretty much everything I can from this room. That door is locked. That door is locked. This door is open, so we should head that way first. Ah, it just leads outside. Oh, there's a heavy chest here, though. Okay, so let's park everybody else out here while we start going places that we technically probably maybe shouldn't be going.
Perfectly hidden. Worth locking, worth opening. Unseen as I was taught.
Nobody here? Let's go ahead and close the door. And see what we can find. Apostle Diary. Most of the text has been scoured away by time, but what remains appears to be some form of ritual incantation. your white ribs the pillars, your bleached skull the dome. Take on Apostle's final form, cathedral wrought of blessed bone. Failed religion check. That's embarrassing for Shadowheart, and unfortunately not something you can reroll with inspiration. Suelto's Ethic of War. Basically just something saying, don't accept surrender. Raze your enemies' kingdoms to the ground. This is a book about how he basically tricked a bunch of drow to coming into Moonrise Tower so that he could tadpole them. Perception failed. Let's bring the others in.
That might be worth a look.
Some loose planks. Let's close that door though. Elder Brain Domination. Confidential. Dictated to Scribe Yanthus by General Ketheric. Young Gortash's plan to enslave an illithid elder brain and make it our marionette under control of the crown of Karsus has proceeded almost without flaw, barring the slight delay while our Baalist allies sorted out their leadership conflict. The weak point must surely be the sharing of the Netherstone. It was necessary to secure my engagement and that of the murder cult, but eventually it's certain to fracture our fragile alliance. Clearly, all three Netherstones must be controlled by a single leader, me by preference, but not until after all the stakeholders have made their essential contribution. Gortash fears that, energized by the dark energies of the Crown, the brain we now call the Absolute will eventually metamorphose into something new and more difficult to control. If he's right, the need to invest the power of the Netherstones in a single wielder is urgent. Even more so in that Enver Gortash, at least, must be thinking the same way.
Let's pop you open, shall we?
Cloak of Elemental Absorption. Absorb elemental damage once per short rest. Take half damage from the next elemental attack targeting you, and deal an additional 1d6 of that element type on your next attack. Cool. Karlach will be closer than the others to get targeted more often, right? But I think that robe will find its way to one of the mages, maybe.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Meanwhile, letter to Ketheric. My darling husband, I know my time is drawing near. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave our little girl. But I'm not writing to lament our lot. It is ours and no others. Though the city of judgment is dark, I know Our Lady's light will find me even there. I will see her shining spires and walk the silver gardens we've both dreamt of. I go to my reward, and leave quite the task to you, yet, my heart. Selune's light shines bright in our little one, but she will need a guide to help on her path. I have no doubt that she will keep you on yours. It is the same path, Our Lady's path, and one day I know it will bring you both back to me. Only not too soon, I hope. I won't say goodbye. There is no loss, only temporary separation. How I love you forever, Melodia.
Seems like Ketheric's wife loved him very deeply. No accounting for taste.
Ha! Missive from Gortash. General, given what we know from my research about the Gith artifact, I can't emphasize enough how critical it is that it be recovered. The power that artifact contains can boost our own efforts to unforeseen levels, but if it falls into the hands of enemies of wit and persistence, it could bring down all of our plans and schemes. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid, and I'm not at all easy in my mind about that. Find the artifact. Employ rigorous means. Do not fail. Lord Gortash. An unsent letter. Balthazar, I thank you for returning what was mine, and have no doubt all will be well once the war is won. After that, I believe our business will be concluded. A different life, a better life, awaits. General Ketheric Thorm. Right. So there's a lever here.
Unseen. Perfect. I see a way.
Let's see what that does. Predictable. And another metal door over there. Oh, okay. I see where I am now. So that door has been unlocked.
Let's try this way.
Let's unlock this one.
Now, what are you hiding? Unseen as I was taught.
There's a scrying eye there. And a person. Is that person hostile? No. So let's go talk to them. Maybe close the door. I'm not. Oh, let's not touch the door, actually.
This area is off limits. Perhaps the guard can be convinced otherwise.
Try to convince them you belong here? I've been sent to join the patrol. There have been reports of someone trying to sneak in. And I already have guidance going. That was a low roll, but I believe I am back up to... Oh! I will try one inspiration. There we go.
You managed to talk your way in. No easy feat.
Now let's see what they have to say. Or do they? This one has dialogue option available.
Respectfully, True Soul. The general's in council downstairs. This floor is for him and Zarel alone.
Oh, but that's not owned. I guess the only way that I could go without raising suspicion is the way that I already was.
Quiet as a mouse.
But there's perhaps another way to go.
The necromancer was experimenting on tadpoles. But they were already imbued with Nethery's magic. So where did that magic come from?
Okay. I have lots of thieves' tools, but I want to see what my bonus is before I... So I have +3, +3, and a d4. I need to roll a natural 20 to get this. Which maybe the main difference between Astarion, or the only real difference between Astarion and Shadowheart, is the smuggler's ring here. It's a bonus of 2, but that takes it from needing a natural 20 to needing an 18. So if I guidance him, it should take him far fewer lockpicks than it would take me. And he's happy too, so bonus of 10 to 13. I have 52. I did eventually make it with a critical success, which means changing to Shadowheart didn't matter that much. But on average, it would have been much quicker with him anyway, so let's see what's behind here. Never liked stairs. Karlach is impressed. Enter a restricted area in Moonrise Towers from the outside. Cute. So there is a patrol happening.
That's curious.
Let's go ahead and close this door.
What do we have here?
Oh. Okay, now I should be able to check out this place in relative safety. A heart. Attention, acolytes. A reminder, acolytes are permitted entry to my chambers for the sole purpose of collecting moon lanterns. My library is not to be tampered with. While the Absolute appreciates your eagerness to learn, my bookshelves do not. Any requests to borrow from them must be given to me in advance, and are likely to be refused. Should you desire information on poisons, do not think to read any tome on the subject here. They are inclined to grant more knowledge than the written word could provide. Remember, the Absolute's purpose is better served by a beating heart than a poisoned mind, though if you choose death, I will ensure you serve her still. A clasped book. The clasped book was something about an assistant, maybe, named Cressa, keeping something as a pet. Wasn't entirely clear. And an engraved Githyanki disc. It says I started a conversation, but it doesn't actually put me into it. Balthazar Personal Notes 2. Instill a drain beneath library's conventional medicine shelf. It's wasteful to let all that blood seep through the flagstones, and it will rust the spikes besides. A line slashes through the above, the same hand in fresh ink below. Disregard. The smell gives me sweet dreams.
Let's see what my touch.
A heavy chest to unlock. Thieves' tools. And in here, Derivation Cloak. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4 hit points. Well, why don't we just give that directly to Astarion? Since he has the poison damage, Broodmother's Revenge. Although, that might be inflicting the poison condition, which is different. But he can do that. And then we'll get the non-magical cloak, just because. An operating moon lantern. Balthazar's apprentice, who is dead. Balthazar Personal Notes 3. Any works by Mordenkainen must catch up on current events. No Volo. Better a century of ignorance. Hin Vellum. Holds ink like no other. Could harvest from an acolyte. New copy of Swift and Sudden Death for Library. Current volume badly scorched. Alright, so Balthazar was saying something about his bookcase being very dangerous, but I think the ones that the things that are just marked rows of books are probably just containers. Yes. A Swift and Sudden Death. Okay. Well, the only information I was able to find about the books themselves is that I shouldn't touch the one labeled Poisons and Venoms. So, of course, that's the first one I'm going to touch. Oh. Okay, okay. There's also spikes on the ground here, right? Musty tomes. Conventional medicine. Oh, there was something about the, like... Yeah, we shouldn't touch conventional medicine. How about musty tomes? Insert item. Well, he keeps talking about blood, and we found a few hearts in here. So let's put a heart into the thing. And that opens up a hidden room. Opulent chest.
Let's get this lock to yield.
And then this opulent chest has a cold brim hat. Once per turn, any condition inflicted on a target also applies 2 turns of encrusted with frost.
Eyes open, mouth shut.
Yep, let's give that to Will to continue capitalizing on the cold theme. Research notes. I have redirected some materials from beneath the tower. I plan to simply raise what forces I need inside the mausoleum itself, but the general prefers that no more of his family crypts be disturbed. Even so, I may have no choice. That temple will not surrender the Night Song easily, and the general's invulnerability depends on it. I am sure he will forgive a little transgression if it frees the army to move on Baldur's Gate at last.
This Night Song must be the source of Ketheric Thorm's invulnerability. But perhaps it could be turned against him.
So, Find the Night Song is now connected to Ketheric Thorm. Balthazar's torture chair.
A seat that has seen many occupants, none of their own volition, and none in comfort.
Goblet with dead tadpoles. Dead pixie.
Broken moon lantern catches your eye. Its glow now snuffed out.
Actually, these broken moon lanterns are labeled as quest items. I won't be able to sell them, so no reason to keep them. Oh, and then while this door went out to where people were patrolling, there's another door over here.
I must keep going. Look, how tempting.
Well, there's a scrying eye in here. Is there anything but the scrying eye? Oh, yes. Gloric. Not hostile. I could just go talk to that
Let us
person.
start a conversation.
No business here. Less disciple or general say you do.
Alright, alright.
Got to press on.
Ooh. Unclaimed. Okay, so I've taken a bunch of unclaimed stuff over here, but I also noticed there was a door behind Gloric here.
Seen the view out west from the terrace? All those beasts camped under one banner. That's the Absolute's power. The General's power.
Hey, true soul. What's the word? Armies gathered outside. The general giving us marching orders.
The Absolute's plan will unfold in good time. Have faith.
I have got faith, true soul. Of course I do. I just got sores from all the sitting around, too.
Don't mind me just picking up the beer that you're actually still drinking. They say the West Terrace, huh? Oh yeah, I was out here. But I can't really see what they're talking about. The fog is too thick. Okay, so it is now time to either talk to General Thorm, go into the chambers, or go downstairs. I think when I go downstairs there is a more likely beginning of violence. So let's leave that for last and go talk to Ketheric Thorm.